What's up, y'all? This is James, and I'm on a little tour back from the dentist's office, doing a little sightseeing. I guess do a little spectating of Atlanta, Georgia, some historical sites. Right now I'm standing in front of Ebenezer Baptist Church, which is Dr. Martin Luther King's church. Here it is. It's a historic church that he himself and his father preached at. Right now you see it says it's closed. As you can see, it's Ebenezer Baptist Church Heritage Sanctuary. Ebenezer Baptist Church has been spiritual, social, and political center, home away from home, for generations of black Atlantans. Under the leadership of Williams and King families, the church dedicated itself to helping individuals with their everyday food, shelter, health needs. During the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s, Ebenezer gained a worldwide reputation as a springboard for educational, voter registration, and other civic reforms. There you see a picture of the old congregation. There, right here with a close-up, is Dr. Martin Luther King's father. This church was built approximately, I don't see a cornerstone, so I can't really say, but this is Ebenezer Baptist Church. Across the street directly is the new Ebenezer Baptist Church and the historic Martin Luther King Site Center. As you can see, it is a red brick building, which is quite lovely actually. And there we have a statue of a black man holding some child. We're gonna get a close-up of it, guys, so don't worry. Just bear with me, okay? Alright, here we go. Not for sure if this is a slave or what, but this is the statue of some black man holding a black baby. It looks like Kunta Kinte, actually, and it says, "Behold, the baptism of the infant Kizzy by her father Kunta Kinte." Okay, I guess I was right. It was Kunta Kinte. Dedicated to the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for his moral courage and mobility of spirit. As we keep walking and touring, we're on the grounds of the King Center. There's some school buses on some field trips, some people walking the area. There's some J's over there, probably selling dope, who knows. Don't let me cross the streets. Or thank you so much. But now we're going to the tomb site of Coretta Scott King and her husband, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As we venture up these stairs, we're going to see a gray and white tombstone and an eternal flame, which should be burning. And I see it right there. Do you see it, guys? Wait, hold on. Bear with me. This is the eternal flame. Like the JFK eternal flame, you know, never goes out, always burning, always going. And this is dedicated to Dr. Martin Luther King also. As you see the fire. Here we have the tombstone of the beloved Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King. Both of them are in this pond, in this tomb, which is very quite nice actually. Moving on, continuing. We're now going to, let's see, backtrack this way around the pond. We're going to go through the middle of the historic site center and do a little more sightseeing down the boulevard area, and which is the Old Fourth Ward, which is a historically black community in Atlanta, Georgia. There's the gift shop if anyone is interested. It's kind of hard to see a little bit, but there's the gift shop. Water fountains. Alright. And we're moving on. What I think we should see next maybe should be the King's childhood home, actually. And this is where he lived with his father, his brother, sister, and mother. Very, very lovely family, actually. And as we continue to go forward, we're going to be passing the old firehouse, which was built in 1894. Sometimes it's open for a tour, sometimes it's not, but we're going to go see and walk past it and see if it is open. Not for sure, waiting for the light to change. Don't want to get hit by all these cars. But that is the old firehouse, built in 1894, still standing in Atlanta, Georgia. quite cool actually. Moving on. As we're crossing the street, we kind of see, actually, you know what? I think it is open. Let's go in here and take a look.
Get away from it.
It is open. Really cool. Inside the old firehouse, built in 1894. Right here we see a fire alarm telegraph machine.
Once you use it, come and get in the line.
Coal and a fire stack to keep the firefighters warm. Here are the old poles that they slid down. Here is an original fire truck. This is a fire engine from 1927. As we can see, if you guys can see or not, 1927, it's very lovely actually. Schools and colleges, let's see. Atlanta's black churches also helped found and support their city's earliest African-American colleges and universities, which is Morehouse, Atlanta University, Big Bethel AME Church, and these are some of the Spelman, these are some of the schools and some of the people. Here is the Atlanta Compromise of 1895. And it says in 1895, hosted by the Cotton States and International Exposition, model of the Columbia Exposition that had taken place in Chicago 2 years earlier, Atlanta's Cotton States Exposition featured 13 main buildings, some 6,000 exhibits, amusement rides, international villages. Among the featured buildings constructed in Piedmont Park, this was an event. African Americans and intended to showcase the progress of Southern blacks had made since the Civil War. And there we see two founding black members of our community at this day of the United States, W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington, which actually both live in Atlanta, Georgia. And this is during the Resurgence area, right before the Civil War ended. When the Civil War ended, Atlanta important railroad lines and an estimated 4,000 to 5,000 city buildings, including homes, factories, buildings, stores, and even some churches had been completely destroyed. There was almost no money in the city treasury nor state funds to rebuild. And this is a view of Atlanta after the Civil War, after General Sherman destroyed the city on his way to Savannah. Excuse me, guys. Segregated communities. This is actually near the Atlanta University Center. This little area right here. This is a little map of this downtown area, which we still see here, which we have Mechanicsville still, Reynoldstown is still there, Vine City is still there, Shermantown no longer, downtown still there, Beaver Slide, not for sure, don't think so, but these are some of the areas. Once again, here's another picture with Booker T. Washington and other founding black members of the Negro Business League. And this is the New South, as they speak, from the 1890s to 1880s to 1900s. City of Atlanta view. Integration of the fire departments. The fire departments were integrated, so this station I'm standing in right now is a historically black station where all black firefighters worked. No white ones, because white ones were not allowed. This fire station is a Romanesque revival style, been popular for public buildings throughout